Hey guys, Dr. Ben here. Welcome to a Power Pack Brokerpreneur Byte. Get ready to dive into proven strategies for recruiting top talent, retaining your best agents, and skyrocketing sales in the next 10 minutes. I'm your host, of course, Dr. Ben Spears, along with our real estate guru, Matt Vi. Join us as we unravel the secrets to take your brokerage to new heights. Let's dive in. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Recruiting Podcast. I try and change up that intro every single time. I'm trying to just find a good flow, the flow that I just love because I'm Dr. Ben Spears.
The flow that you know.
The ambassador.
The flow that you know that's got nothing but go.
The flow that you know when you got to go.
Not that flow.
Yeah, it's a different flow.
Joe.
My bad. I lost the flow there for a second. I am here with the big guy himself, as always, Matt Vi. How's it going, dude?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I love today's topic. I think we're gonna dig right into it. I love the name of it and everything. Right? Are you a crybaby? Is what we're gonna talk about today.
Yeah, absolutely. So give us a little context about what that means, what they're gonna learn if they listen before I kind of go through my
So we talk on a pretty regular basis about being empathetic, right? And we talk about being vulnerable, and we know the
all
facts.
The things that you are. 24 hours a day.
Right, that's right. Me the crybaby. But we want to be careful that whenever we say this, we're not giving the wrong impression of what we're actually talking about, right?
Yeah.
So there's strength in vulnerability.
100%.
Okay. So what we're going to talk about is getting some emotion into the conversations whenever you're actually recruiting, and we're going to talk about does that mean becoming a crybaby?
All right, guys. Well, grab a box of tissues. Right. Before you do, make sure that follow that subscribe button wherever you're listening. There's no better time than the present than to go to prospectboomerang.com. Sign up for a free account right up there at the top. Once you do that, things open up on the left, and you'll be able to join our groups, see our discussion boards on recruiting, and also, get some of our free downloads to help you recruit more agents into your brokerage next week. Matt.
Yes.
So they have their tissues.
Right.
They're staring at,
it just turned into a Hallmark special up in here.
Picture of
Ready?
their loved one.
Yep, here we go.
Right? We want people to get emotional.
Right.
We don't necessarily want them to be crying on all their appointments.
That's exactly right.
That's not what we're trying to talk about.
Right.
But what do we want to? What do we want to get emotional about?
Yeah.
I guess that's really what we want to talk about.
Absolutely.
It's not just I just love my brokerage so much.
Right.
What should they be getting emotional about?
So if you're out there recruiting and you're you're connecting with people and you're having good conversations and you're really involved, that means you're having some in-depth conversations.
Correct.
A lot of times when you do that, you're really going to find out what somebody's motivation for things are.
Yep.
Sometimes people's motivation for things are, I just wanted to make money, and so I got into real estate, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to say.
Absolutely.
But you go 3 deep, right? You go in, you stack what you're talking about in the conversations. You really dig in, and the next thing you know, sometimes there's a lot. Sometimes that's all there is, and that's great. Rock on.
Yep.
Other times there's a lot more to that conversation, right? I mean, they grew up a certain way, or there's a big family to take care of, or there's a lot of other things that this is their grandmother was in real estate, and she had a great. She recently passed, and she had a great a great connection with the granddaughter, and she just wants to find a great way of being connected with her grandmother, and maybe real estate was the way to get into it. There's a lot of different reasons why people do this, right?
Yep. So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So let's break a few of these reasons down, because again, I think it's really easy for a lot of brokers out there. A lot of agents as well to think like, even if it's not the real reason, be like, I got in this for the money.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like real estate industry has created more millionaires than any other industry on the planet.
Absolutely.
And it's famous for that.
Right.
For that reason, you just get a lot of people who yes, they're like, yeah, I'm trying to make that quan.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of reasons other than that they really do it. And let's break that down. Give me like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And let's these aren't like the end all be all.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So
it's not the only ones.
Right. Give me like 3 or 4 common reasons why people get into it, and then let's talk about how brokers can utilize something like this to to connect with their agents.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Absolutely. So one is, I think, entrepreneurial minded, right?
Okay.
I mean, some people get into real estate and so let me give you a couple of examples. So let's say that the wife is a contractor and the husband wants to get his real estate license because she's a GC, she's building houses, and he wants to have his real estate license so that he can sell those houses, right?
Yep. Property brothers.
Right, exactly, something like that. Absolutely. Some people are like, you know what? I want to flip houses, and I want to not hand the commission over to someone else. I'd rather get the commission myself, right?
Yep.
So there's a lot of entrepreneurial minded reasons why people want to get into real estate, right?
Yep.
I'd say number 2 is probably freedom of schedule. Okay. You can make pretty decent money in real estate, and there's a myth that you can completely control your schedule.
Yeah. You 9 to 5, bro.
Yeah. Okay. 9 to 5, 3 days a week, and I'll make 6 figures.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. But there's, if you really take hold of it, absolutely you can control your schedule, right? But it becomes a little more difficult because part of winning in this is being very in tune with your customers. And that means being able to work whenever they work, right? Or being able to work whenever they don't work, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So number 3 is a history of real estate or sales in their background, right? So that's a pretty big one, right? There's a legacy in their family of it, or there's a legacy of people owning rental properties or whatever it is, and that's just a natural progression, right? Or sales in their background, right? So there's some people that are in sales that do really well, but most of the time when if you stack 10 people up in sales that have succeeded, the real estate people have made a tremendous amount of money consistently year over year with, right? Yep. So some salespeople look at it and go, you know what, my sales skills are pretty good. Maybe I could leverage it differently and make X amount of dollars in real estate. And then number 4 is they love being around people, right? How many times do people say things like, oh, I just love showing houses and I watch, the shows all the time and all that kind of stuff. And they think that's what real estate is going to be whenever they get into it, right? And it's not.
Yeah, I'm going to show 3 properties and they got to pick one.
That's right. Exactly. Right. And then on top of that, they're like, well, I'm going to show 3 properties that I really like, is how they're looking at it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to help people out, but I really want to see this house.
Yeah, I'm not going to go anywhere where I'm terrified.
That's exactly right. Right.